Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little funny compilation of stories. The past 3 years I have been on 2 cruises, one with my mom and one with my dad. I wanted to do a story-based kind of thing where I told a group of stories that are based off of things that happened on the cruises. First cruise happened when I was going into my 7th grade year. So I was on a Disney cruise, and on one of the last couple days they decided, let's do a thing where we have 2 teams and we had them do something for a race. That's a great idea. They had the idea, let's have them run downstairs. No joke, the teen center was on the 13th story. I think the cafeteria, this will make sense in a little bit, is on like the 9th or 8th or something. They wanted us to go down there and get as many fries as we possibly could. Great idea, Disney. Amazing. Everybody mainly took the stairs because the elevators were full. Being 100 kids running downstairs, I was pushed and sprained my ankle. Amazing. I was in crutches for the rest of the cruise. Go out of the ship on a wheelchair. There are some advantages of being a wheelchair and going on a plane. We got to get on and off first. Really shouldn't say that, that sounds rude. I was trying to play a game of Super Smash Bros. With some of my friends that I had made on the cruise. There's this 10-year-old girl. Bear in mind, this center that I was in for kids is supposed to be 11 to 13-year-olds. There was a 10-year-old in there. I don't know how she got in there. Put the crutches down, and I very carefully had my my sprained foot on the ground. She's like,
"You're faking it. You just want the attention."
That's really the only big thing that happened on the first cruise. The night that I left the cruise, I was stuck in Denver. The plane was delayed enough so that we missed our flight back home, and that was the last plane going out of Denver. So I was stuck with my dad in Denver in a wheelchair. The second cruise hit, and boy is that a story. I made a couple friends on the first day. I think this first or second day, I'm getting onto an elevator and I hear these 3 girls scream singing Heather's songs, and I join right in because I'm that little enthusiastic theater kid I am. I start singing along and they all look at me and they shout, "Oh my god, we found another one!" I join them. We're having a great time. We're meeting each other in the Circle C, which is what they called the Kids Center. I'm down in the cafeteria area. I shouldn't say cafeteria, makes me sound like I'm in a school. The dining area, there was like this group of 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds sitting on one of the tables. They look at me and say,
"Hey, you wanna join our gang?"
No joke. They said gang. I had my earbuds in, so I take them out and I'm like, "Are you talking to me?" And they said,
"Yeah."
Go over there, and I'm like, "Okay, hi."
"You wanna join our gang?"
Sure, I don't know.
"Okay, cool. Meet us back here later."
I'm like, okay, I need to go. I start walking, and then this guy that was part of them starts following me. Says,
"No, you're really pretty."
"No."
"Would you date me?"
"No." He asked me if I would date him. We met on a cruise ship. We are not going to know each other for less than a week. Of course, I said no, like any rational person. I was 13 and he was 17. Go back to Circle C. I don't think anything of it until the next day when I find out that he tried to convince my mom to transfer me over to the older kids. I am not joking. She asked me about this and she's like,
I heard you wanted to transfer over to the older kids. Is that true?
No. That happened. Then I asked some of my friends about it and they said,
"Oh yeah, he asked me the same thing."
He asked an 11-year-old. One of my friends was 11. He asked an 11-year-old if she would date him. For the rest of the cruise, we called him Dickie. I'm not going to say his real name, so I'm just going to call him Dickie. We see him a couple times. He follows us places. It was really weird. We pass him, and we see him kissing an older woman. I am completely blown away at this. Then later, on the couple days later, we go and we're heading towards the Circle C. We're trying to do a dance to the Heather's song Candy Store.
I like looking hot, buying stuff they can.
If you don't know Heather's the musical, you're missing out. we're doing a little dance, and some of the older kids see us and they're like,
Oh my god, you should totally do that for the rest of the older kids.
of course, all the older kids are like,
What are these nasty younger kids doing in our area?
I don't know, we were pushed in here. Then they're like, do your dance for everybody. Freaking buzzkill. Counselor, that doesn't sound right. Counselor of the older kids comes over and is like,
You're not supposed to be in here. You need to leave.
so I'm like, okay. And then they're like, do it out in the hall. Start doing our dance. And like a freaking buzzkill again, that same guy comes out.
Like, nope, I'm shutting this down. This is a fire hazard.
Fire hazard. Fire hazard. Okay. Of course, everyone was bummed. For some reason, one of my friends got a boyfriend on that cruise. I don't know if they still got in touch. There was an arcade in there, and I don't know where they are, but I got 30 rubber ducks. I spent $30 on a arcade. I did get something good out of it. There was a claw machine, and I got this giant turtle on a claw machine, and that is my greatest achievement in life. Yeah. Someone on our cruise broke their leg. We had to stop at one of our previous locations to have them go to a hospital. The cruise was delayed to the point where I had missed our flight, and that was the last flight. So we had to stay the night in Miami. Why do I keep staying the night in places after a cruise? Those were some of my fun kind of stories from cruises that I've been on in the past. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please press like and subscribe, and I will try and be posting more videos soon. Thanks!